Hey guys, so a little bit of wrestling news here. It's more positive than I think anything, especially when you consider, what side of the pond it's coming from, if you catch my drift. But in contrast to what's going on in AEW right now, WWE seems to be rising from the potential ashes and is once again showing why they are the premier wrestling league, wrestling promotion to be part of. Especially now that Vince McMahon has stepped away. He's done. Hopefully for good. Some still consider he might come back, but I don't think so. I think with everything going on, it's because there's still an investigation going on, guys. There's no getting around that. With that being the case, there's no way he's gonna be able to make his return, in my opinion. Despite how people will look at it and everything. But with that said, a lot of things happening internally, I should say, internally over at Titan Towers, WWE headquarters in STAMFORD. And one of the things that has happened is basically Triple H, Paul Levesque, has been promoted once again. Now the guy that's going to take his spot or his place is someone that used to work with the Las Vegas Raiders. And he was working with them when they put on SummerSlam last year, and I think was going to work with them originally had they kept MITB in Allegiant Stadium this year. But he worked with them last year, and they were impressed by how much he knew, how much he kind of understood how things worked in the business and all that. So basically, that guy, I think his name is David, has been elevated to now the EVP of Head of Talent Relations, and someone else is underneath him as well. But that person reports to Stephanie. The position that Triple H has been elevated to is that of Chief Content Officer, CCO. Basically kind of what he's had before, but instead of COO, it's now CCO, if you will. But this is what Sky Wrestling on their Instagram page, and I have it right here, the Instagram page kind of explains, exactly, what the title is. It says, as WWE's Chief Content Officer, get this, Triple H will oversee creative writing, talent relations, live event, talent developmental, and creative services. Now, key words there is will oversee creative writing, will oversee talent relations, will oversee live events, talent development, and chief creative services. In other words, by overseeing all of that, he will basically help make the final judgment, if you will. Like, if this David guy decides, you know what, this Johnny Gargano, I don't think we need him anymore. Let's get rid of him, right? Johnny just came back, right? So let's say this David guy decides to release Johnny. Like, let's say Bruce goes to him and says, it'd be great, get you in a better position, release Johnny Gargano, that'd make you look good. And let's say David considers it, Triple H hears about this because he is the chief content officer. He can be like, no, I don't know why you would even listen to Bruce. I'm in charge, listen to me. So he's going to oversee the creative writing, the talent relations, the live events, and all that. So everybody that's put in charge of these different areas reports to him. That's the thing. So if you're writing stories for the show, you report to him, and he'll give you the input, the output, whatever, what's good, what needs to change, stuff like that. That's what he'll do. He's basically going to be the final say, in this manner. And that's one thing I am glad that they're doing. They're not putting everything on one person right now, like they did with Vince. Because it seemed, when you listen to a lot of the stories people talk about, Vince was the final say. He was the be-all, end-all. I mean, Stephanie and Nick Conn are kind of like that, mostly Stephanie, but from the stories people told, Vince was just the head be-all, end-all. It's like nobody else mattered. There was no other people, sharing power with him. He was the be-all, end-all. But now, basically, that's not the case. They are basically restructuring the company to where everybody has a position so that not one person takes on all the burden. And Triple H being given the Chief Content Officer position with the overseeing of creative writing, talent relations, live events, talent developmental, creative services. I think it's a great move. I think it is a tremendous move because of the fact that they need to have someone like Triple H, that's been in the ring, that knows how the wrestlers are, that knows what the fans want to see. They need somebody that has that knowledge in a position like this. So it's good to see. And this is why people are still praising it. I mean, I know, obviously, there's a lot of people, well, not a lot of people, there are some people that are still kind of negative about it because they're thinking, well, he's no longer in charge of talent relations. Oh, well, I guess it was a good run. Very short, but good run. No. He being in this position basically says he's still running the show. He's still running things, in this position. It's just that he has different people now filling the positions he was already in. Like the David guy is filling in the EVP position of head of talent relations and stuff like that. So, overall, I think this is a great move. And when they say elevated, it means he's now higher on the food chain. And he's higher on the food chain. So let's say, for example, Bruce, he is an executive, right? And let's say he's still part of the creative team. He decides to write down, and then this secret, hit row just as clowns and goes oink, 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 oink. If Bruce submits that, this is what Triple H would do. And say, you leave hit row alone. Or he could come out and say, Johnny comes out in a superhero outfit. That's what happened. Basically. So if Bruce Pritchard had any plans of being like, oh, I can do what I want now, he better coil those. If you catch my drift. But yeah, Triple H is now elevated to Chief Content Officer. He's going to be overseeing creative writing. He's going to be overseeing talent relations, talent developmental, and live events and creative service. So everybody that's kind of like in a position of, okay, you're the head of live events, you're the EVP of this and all that, they have to report to him. And I love that. And I'm sure I'm not alone in that. But let me know what your thoughts are. Let me know what your thoughts are. Comment below. Live chat during the premiere. How do you feel about Triple H being the Chief Content Officer now that he will oversee all of the positions that people have been wanting to be, overseen in a positive way? What are your thoughts on that? How do you feel about now that this era of the the true McMahon Helmsley era, if you will, or the true McMahon Levesque era? How do you feel about it, being restructured to the point that not one person but multiple people share responsibilities across the board? Let me know down below in the comment section as well as in the live chat during the premiere. Like the video. Super chat, super stickers will be on during the live chat. Super thanks afterwards as well. As well as check me out at my patreon.com/BWRoses for the $1, $3 tier. Check me out and support me at Venmo at Brian-Warmer-2 and at Cash App at BWRoses98. I do have a short down here entitled Please Support Me at Venmo and Cash App. It'd be greatly appreciated, guys. Because that way I get the money instantly and it helps me out bill-wise and stuff like that, as well as get more content, out there for you in the near future. So help support me at Venmo and at Cash App. Also, support me at Vimeo. Check out my content there that you can't get here. As well as check out my BW Roses Discussion podcast at all your various podcast locations except for Pandora. And check out the Teespring store as well. So until next time, guys, let me know what your thoughts are again overall on Triple H being the Chief Content Officer, overseeing all these positions: creative writing, talent relations, live events, creative services, and so on. What are your thoughts about it? Comment below, live chat during the premiere. And until next time, guys, I'm out.